Hey, Minecrafters, it's Kimise, and I am back for another episode of KimiseCraft. Woohoo! Hope you guys are having a great day. Huh, that's missing something. Well, anyways, I am back over here at Christmas Land. Last time I was, I filmed, we went ahead and we were working on this area, and you know what? It's not perfect. There's always a few little things we can do, but it's time to go ahead and do some work somewhere else today. So, what I'm going to do today, well, you know, I'm not totally set on it, but check this out. JW, he's been building a snowman, and he's really doing pretty good. This is the first big project he's ever done like this with these spears. And he wanted to make a big ball snowman. Now we'll probably have to put some snow up there to make it look like it was part. Oh, look at all that ice. Anyways, and I think he's doing a great job. The snowman's going to look really good. And I think that's going to be like one of the big things to have here that's going to help finish out this area over here. So we got the nice log cabin, we got the woodland, we got that going on. We had to replace the fences there. Yeah, we had a creeper explosion there a few days ago. Okay, well anyways, today, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to go and work and... Where it is? There we go. And we're going to go ahead and work on the Elytra course. Now, stream this last week, I got a lot of work done on the Elytra course. Let me kind of walk you through exactly where we're at, okay? So basically, the last piece of the Elytra course that I set up was this one right up here. Check it out. Got a ton of it going on. So basically, we're now in this river area, okay? 8-Bit Kid's already been saying, man, this is a tough Elytra course, and she's right, it is tough. But this right here is the part that I got to, and I was doing a lot of building on stream. And let me show you. Let me get up here. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. So you can see where the course is going. So basically what I did is during stream is we were like right about over here is the last place I had actually built on camera with you guys. So the Elytra course goes through like this, and it goes over like this, around like this. We're following this stream bed. Okay, comes back through right here, and then right past these docks, right through here. Whoa, not the safest thing in the world. Whoa, and I need to eat before I do any more of that. But anyway, so we come through the forest, and I'm probably going to clear out some more trees just so... Yeah, like that one's tough right there. Okay, so just so you know, I can reduce the amount of damage you take going through it. Then we come back down here and we go through this river course, which is about where I left off. So this is what we're going to do today. Is we're going to take some time and we're going to go ahead and build out some of these spots here on the course here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try running it, and we're going to see exactly how it's panning out. Okay, so we do want to follow this course. So come through here, come swing over here like this. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to grab the black concrete, and we're going to go ahead and do this. So once again, the pattern is 1, 2, 3, and we want to give them plenty of room. 4, then we 5, then we go up 1, up 1 like that. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Yeah, that's how it goes. And then we go 1 up. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have this one going up. There we go. Good. Then we have oh, not like that. Let's get rid of that there. Nice. And we click one there, and 1. Whoops. My bad. It's been a while since I built these. Okay. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 1. There, boop, one up there, awesome. And then we go ahead and lay out all of our glass. So this is resource intensive, lots of glass, but it's okay. The course is a lot of fun. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever be able to complete the entire course the way I've made it. Maybe I've made it too hard, but it's definitely going to be fun to time it and see how long I can take it, and then see if anybody can even come close to my time. But that's it. So, what have you guys been doing today? I know we at my house, we're getting ready for our Christmas. And, the first thing we got to do is we got to go ahead and we start playing the food. Now, we live here in Texas, so I know I have some people that watch from all over the globe, but we live here in Texas, and Christmas here, I think Christmas everywhere. One of the big parts is like all the awesome food. And what we like to do is we like to do a totally Tex-Mex Christmas is really what it is. We do we have 3 levels in my house as far as what we do with our Tex-Mex menu. The first level is a couple days before, like for instance Sunday. This is coming out. We haven't done it yet, but Sunday, what we do is we go ahead and we go ahead and I make a big pot of south of the border. Or, well, should I say, just big thing of chicken stock. So I'm making it. So I make a big thing of chicken stock. This is a perfect place for us to do another one of these. Okay. So boom, one right there. So now in my chicken stock, my recipe for chicken stock is, what we use is we use a lot of we use salt, peppercorns, 2, 3, 4, 5, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we use a lot of peppercorn. We use a lot of peppercorns and salt. And what we do is we have onions, 2, 3, 4 onions, and celery, and carrots to help sweeten it up, because you want the sugars from the carrots to make a really good stock. And then we also go ahead and throw some jalapenos in there as well as some peppers. Now, we'll use some bell peppers because that's a great classic mix, and that's what we're doing is we go ahead and make stock out of that. Now, the stock is just the basis for several things that we go ahead and do. So, for instance, the first big dish that we do is called Posole. Now, we use Hatch green chilies. Green chilies come out of New Mexico. I love Hatch green chilies. I was born in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and one of the things New Mexico is known for is their green chilies. There's just nothing like them anywhere else. It's very unique to New Mexico. The flavor, they're not necessarily hot, but they do have tons of vitamin C. Super healthy for you. Very, 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 very good. As far as flavor goes, they have a really nice taste. Now, what Posole is, it's a... Whoa! Wasn't expecting that to happen. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. There we go. Okay, so what Posole is what is the Spanish word for hominy. Hominy is a really big type of corn. Let me go ahead and pull out the bed because I'm going to have to go get more materials anyways. Hominy is a really big corn that people make grits with here in the South, and not just in Texas, but all over. In fact, they use hominy to make polenta and stuff as well. And polenta is another type of cornmeal dish. Okay, but what Posole is you take that and you create a stew out of it and use green chilies. The kind I use is green chilies. You can make a red chili Posole too, but basically, we use green chilies, we use onions, and I'm sorry if I've talked about Posole before. It's because I love this stuff, and I think everybody should have a chance to try really good Posole. And I'm sorry, that's just me. And basically what we do is, I've got my chicken stock now, so what I do is, I put 2 full chickens in there, we make a really big thing of stock, and then I go ahead and take the 2 chickens out, I shred them both, and I bag them both separately. We'll use one of the chickens for the Posole, and we'll use one of the chickens for the tamales, because we also do tamales. How nice, this is looking pretty good. Okay, I need to go get more glass. So basically, after I have done let's see, I think I have all my glass over here. Hey, nice. Nice, but not enough. Oh, you know what I have to do is I have to go ahead and get some... Where is it? Ooh. Well, let's go ahead and do this, because we're going to need a whole lot more of this anyways. And... Well, anyway, so now I've got my chicken stock, so now it's time to make the posole. And posole is really easy to make. You just have to be careful. So what I do is I get a stick of butter, and I get some... and then with that stick of butter, I go ahead and grab... I know I've got it here somewhere. Unless I cleaned everything up and put it away. Okay, mob drops. Wait a second. Mob drops. Yes, this will work just fine. We'll go ahead and take this. Yeah, okay. So anyways, what I was saying is I go ahead and... Nice. Now let's go find a patch of dirt, like right up here. So... What I do is I now get a whole bunch of yellow dye so I can make yellow glass. But anyways, what I was saying, I went ahead, let's just go ahead and just go all back. So I go ahead and make a roux. So I use butter and I use flour, and I make a really thick roux inside the pan. Now after I've got the roux going, and the roux is basically what I use for the basis. A roux is what you use when you are to thicken up your stock. Okay, so I take my roux, and then what I do is I chop onions and garlic really thin, and I want to go ahead and sweat it out in the roux. And what that does is that releases all the flavors of the onions and the garlic and starts to flavor up the basis of the stew. Now after I've gotten those going in there for a while, I've got those really flavored up, I go ahead and add some salt, and I go ahead and add some pepper. Next thing I go ahead and do is I go ahead and boom, just like that, got plenty of yellow dye. Let's go ahead and put my flowers back in here. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get yellow glass. So after I've got my roux going, sorry, I had to concentrate to start to fly. Woo! Because I got glass cooking. So after I got my onions and sweated really good, what I'll do is I'll take all my green chilies. Now, the best green chilies to get are fresh, but if you don't have fresh green chilies, the next best thing is frozen. Now, if you don't have frozen green chilies, okay, there are some more options after frozen green chilies, okay? So if you don't have frozen green chilies, canned is your next option. Now, unfortunately, where we live, getting canned green chilies has been a lot tougher than it has been in the past, and that's been a challenge for us, because usually what we've been able to do is, like, one of our grocery stores actually had the green chilies in frozen bags, and that was the best. Honestly, that really was the very best of all, because then it was really easy to go ahead and make it. But none of our grocery stores carry it because they changed distributors. Evil grocery stores, or should we say Walmart. They changed distributors so they don't have it anymore. So I've been looking around for green chili, and I've been able to find little frozen tubs, but unfortunately I've only been able to find them in the really hot variety. And I tried that one year. I tried using them in the really hot variety, and I'll tell you what, that was some of the hottest green chili stew I had ever had. It was so hot, even people who like hot didn't like it, which was unfortunate, because I still have some in my freezer, because I tried to eat it all. I couldn't do it. It was it was just too much. It was too hot. Even I couldn't finish it off, which was unfortunate, because I really loved it. Okay, but anyway, so going back to what I was saying is 1, 2, 3, 4. What was I saying? Okay, well, what I've done after that is, after we got the 2, 3, 4, boom. After I have, I'm probably gonna have to widen this a little bit here, because it's gonna be really tougher. people to fly through and not die. Yeah, kind of tough. Okay, anyways, so what I do then, okay, after I've got my roux done and everything, is I go ahead and take my green chilies, and again, you know, canned will do fine. You know, roasted can, they're, you know, they actually hold up pretty good. You still get a ton of flavor and still the vitamin C in there, and so you go ahead and start getting that mixed up. Now the whole trick to it is you want to get that flavor to start build, because a good stew, any good stew, whether it's chili or whether it's some other stew like a clam chowder, it's all about layering flavors, okay? And so if you ever get into a lot of cooking, that's really the whole trick to making really excellent stews, is you gotta layer flavors, okay? So after you got the stew going, and again, I apologize if I've talked about this recipe before. It's kind of like my big stuff here. Once you have the green chili start to offer up the really fragrant part of in the stew with the onions and with everything else, what you're doing then, perfect, we'll just have a turn right here, okay? What you want to do then is you want to go ahead and add the tomatillos, because what I do is I use some roasted tomatillos. Now tomatillo is a berry. It's kind of like tomatoes. In fact, that's where they get the name from, is they look like small green tomatoes, and they are small and green, but they're not tomatoes. They're a smaller berry, 3, 4, kind of like I don't know, Juneberry or something. Much bigger though. What's that word? It's not Juneberries though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? No, that's got to be wrong. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Well, anyways, getting back to that. So I take these ground roasted tomatillos. Now, there's a couple ways you can do that. I bought the tomatillos fresh, and I've roasted them in the oven. They roast really easy. That's what's kind of nice about them. And once you got them roasted, you go ahead and take them out of the oven, and you go ahead and put them in a food processor, or you can use like a hand stick blender, and you blend them into a pulp. And basically, now you've got this really great tart, because tomatillos are tart, and you go ahead and add that, and you start mixing that up with the green chilies. And what you're doing is you're layering that tart with that really earthy green chili taste, which can also be sweet, really thick smell. Make sure you start layering those flavors together, and you start mixing them up. I start adding some cumin, some garlic. I go ahead and use some Mexican oregano with that. I use a bay leaf, because a bay leaf will help take some of the bitterness out. Okay, and so what I'm doing is, again, I'm layering all these flavors. Okay, so once I've got all those flavors layered, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And let's go ahead and get rid of this one since it doesn't belong there. Okay, so you start getting all those flavors layered. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. I need concrete. Alrighty. So as I was saying, you start layering those flavors. Woo! Oh, let's not hit that. Okay. I need more concrete than that, so let's go ahead and grab some of my... Yeah, that's going to be a lot there. We'll take some of this, and... Where did I put all of there? Here, there we go. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and take a really quick nap. Anyway, so you got those flavors layering. Now, what I like to do is, after I've got the tomatillos start to mix in, I start getting the really nice aroma out of the stew, and I've been layering these flavors the entire time. The next thing I go ahead and do is I go ahead and then add in the chicken stock. So all that great chicken stock that I just made is now going to be added in, and basically what I get from that is, let's take those there like that, and I start to let that stew because, again, we're trying to layer flavors here. Ooh, well, sandstone doesn't work. What the heck was wrong with that? Did I get rid of all my sand? No, I didn't. Okay, good. Okay, well, anyways, going back to the story of how I make posole, is then I go ahead and take, after I let that stew and start to come together for a little bit, and I give that about another half hour or so for those flavors to really start to spread out, especially in the chicken stock. Then I take my hominy. I go ahead and dump in I get one of those really large, gosh, it's got to at least be like 64 ounces of hominy, and I go ahead and put that in because I want the hominy to start layering in and start picking up the flavors of the green chili, the tomatillos, and all that. And so I let that stir. Now, I've done it a couple ways in the past. I've used hominy to thicken it. So what I've done in the past, I've taken like half the hominy and I've gone ahead and blended it down to a puree, and I've used that to help thicken the soup. I thought that was pretty good one year. What am I doing? Okay, or I just let that build. Now the trick is now you got to let that hominy sit in there and start building the flavors, because again, the whole idea is you're building this really flavorful stew that just has its own taste to it, an old charm. And so look at this. We are making some progress today. Okay, so now the final step in the stage of the stew is, while you're waiting for it to cook, is to okay, it's one of those days. I forget I have to make this. Okay, luckily enough, we got a perfect place to do this. Okay, so let me okay, sorry about that. So then I let it stir. I just go in there and I stir it, I mix it, I stir it, I mix it. The last 45 minutes is when I put the chicken in. So I take all that great shredded chicken that I made earlier with the chicken stock, and then I layer that, and then I have this really thick chicken stew, this posole, and it is the best stuff to have. I like it. We call it a Christmas stew because this time of the year is a perfect time to eat it because it's nice and chilly. See, chilly outside, so you can really warm yourself up. I've made it for lots of people. Everybody likes my posole. It's like it's a favorite from everybody. So if you ever want something that's a little bit different, you've never had it, I'll tell you what. It is one of the very, very best. What was I doing? And it's super, super good. Well, guys, I've got a few things done. We had a great story time, and you know what? I'm just going to have to call the episode for that. So what I want to do is I want to say thanks again. This has been a great year. This is the first year the channel's been up, and everybody that's come out and checked out the videos and supported KimiseCraft, you guys have just blown me away. Every time you guys watch a video, every time you put a like on it, it just makes me super excited. It makes me want to make more content. And this next year is going to be even bigger than that. So I just want to say, hey guys, I so much appreciate you guys taking the time to check out what's been going on. Now, if you have an idea for something cool to do on the server, I'm looking for ideas. I'm looking for some ideas on what to do in my base. As far as my tower, I got some things to get going there. I got to finish the Elytra course. As you see, this is a project that can take some time. And the volcano. I've got to put some time in the volcano. Well, with Christmas break, I might have that time. So, guys, you know what to do. Hit that like button. Make sure you've subscribed. Suggest the channel to other people. And if you don't want to miss anything, make sure you ring the bell. I appreciate it. Everything you guys do. You guys make everything I'm doing right here worthwhile, and it makes me enjoy it. Also, don't forget to catch my streams on Twitch. I should be streaming on Friday, Sunday, and also several times next week because I'm on break, so I'm going to have lots of time to stream. So keep your eyes open. Make sure you're following my Twitch channel so you can get alert when I go on. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. This is Kimise saying bye-bye.